I'm updating the meal shake system I have in my travel bags. I do have one rucksack, one additional rucksack for if I just travel with rucksacks, and one big travel bag. Now, half of it is with egg powder, so the meal shake is with egg powder. Now this is vegan protein powder from this company, which is a protein blend which contains these ingredients as well as micronutrients. Now, for every 1 kilogram, I add 4 tablespoons of this soup spice, and this seems to somewhat be something that's useful. It tastes a little bit better, and it then turns it kind of into a meal shake. Before I saw basically half, I have a second thing of these in each bags, and within this I have a proportion of 2:1, the plant protein powder versus egg powder. But the egg protein powder, at least as of currently, as in summer, so the meal shake powder with the egg protein powder not protein powder, but egg powder just seems to be a little bit too high in calories. So I have been thinking about reducing it, and so in the last couple of weeks I then began to reduce the fat by basically leaving out the egg powder whenever I could, and I just now have the meal shake with the egg protein with the egg powder whenever I really crave the eggs. And so otherwise I therefore am basically I basically have less calories. Now, in order to make these, which I previously only had plant protein powder in, now also to the kind of new leaner meal shake, or into the new leaner meal shake, I for this was weighing in with this capsule or with this box at 550 grams. So I added 2 tablespoons of this soup spice, and now let's see what the other one would result in. This is now the second one. I think this is about a kilogram, which is also fairly nice because then it's like, okay, 500 grams, a kilogram. So this is a creatine powder bottle that is actually for creatine. So it's almost exactly a kilogram. Maybe the powder is actually not that much, but I will now for the kilogram, add the calculated 4 tablespoons, which I then shake also within the shaker. So this is also an advantage, I think, of keeping these bottles or keeping the meal shake within a bottle. So first of all, it cannot burst open. Like if I would have something like this in a bag, and then the airport security or the people at the airport, for example, would throw it around, or I throw it around, then there might be an issue with leakage. So I have been putting it into these containers. They're both from creatine capsules. So these are creatine capsules, and this is creatine powder. And luckily they're also black, which I seem to prefer in terms of the color. Another advantage is that I can kind of use them as shakers, at least if they are not that full. I actually figured, or had thought, that I now need to put it all out and then put it all in again, but since they are shakers, I can just have them like these. Maybe I take out a little bit of it now in order for it to be then scoopable again. So in both of these I have each a scoop. If I then need to refill what is in my rucksack, so in my rucksack I have 2 shakers, kind of meal shakers, and it seems to not have merged it well, but I just take a couple of scoops and then shake it again. I just see. And so in order to refill what is in my rucksack, I then have basically these in my additional travel bag or rucksack and travel bag.